welcome back to Budget Bites. I'm Erin, dietitian, and with me I have
Leah, behavioral health and lifestyle.
So we are talking about Budget Bites today, meaning by the end of this video we are going to have made a fast, cheap, and delicious meal that is also nutritious. What do we got going on today?
We have got some Italian sausage and pepper and polenta plate.
Well, that sounds fancy and not at all budgety.
It does not. It sounds very gourmet.
Very gourmet. We already have a few things going. Had a little bit of a camera snafu a minute ago, so we'll just catch you quickly up to speed. I bought some frozen peppers and onion blend. It cost me $1.30, and there was like 2 cups of thawed vegetables in here. And I got that going on my oven, on my stove top here, and just a little bit of olive oil.
It already smells fantastic.
It smells really good. It smells very pepper and oniony,
yes,
which is exactly what it should. And then in the microwave here, yes, microwave.
Yes.
We're going to be making some polenta. So why don't you catch people up to speed on what's going on in
Yes. So in the microwave we have a cup and a tablespoon of yellow cornmeal, just plain old yellow cornmeal, and we have with that just a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of olive oil, and 2 cups of water. And that's just cooking 6 minutes. We're just getting that going. Take it out, stir it, cook it for another 4 minutes. So basically that just gets going first thing, and that cooks while everything else is actively cooking.
So in 10 minutes of mostly microwave time, we're going to have our polenta side. So you may not be familiar with polenta. Polenta is an Italian corn dish. Usually it's corn and water boiled together and then set to cool, and then it'll actually be cut into slices, and then you brown that in oil or in butter and serve that alongside. We are not technically using polenta, we are using regular yellow cornmeal. This whole entire jar here was less than $2, and there is enough in here for 24 servings. Super cheap way to add a whole grain. Those complex carbs, get a bunch of fiber, get some vitamins there. It's a great way to add a cheap whole grain to your plate that is just a little bit interesting.
Lasts a long time too. 24 servings, under $2.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So this is getting all sauteed, easy to go. Why don't you tell people a little bit about how we came up with the menu today?
Yeah, so this was fun. We were talking about the next episode of Budget Bites, and we got a lot of good feedback from the first one. Really good way of looking at affordable food, coming together quickly, and we were thinking, what is affordable? What cooks quickly? And we thought, how do we get away from chicken? I was just
everything we were coming up with was chicken, and more
chicken. And we were thinking we're just not hungry for chicken, and what are we hungry for? And we really worked back from that place of what are we hungry for. And I think the thing that was really neat about that is that a lot of times when we're thinking about changing into healthy eating patterns and finding that new pattern, a new habit, it's hard to think that you can go back to, what am I craving? What do I want tonight?
You get kind of stuck thinking, like, what should I be eating?
Right.
What's the responsible thing to be eating? And that gets you away from the conversation that you really want to have, which is, what do I want to eat?
Right. So we came up to the sausage and pepper sounds really good this time of year. We did that on Pinterest, actually. We were surfing Pinterest for good winter dishes. And it became, well, what do we do about switching out what kind of sausages do people usually use? Pork sausage for turkey sausage, maybe?
Yes, usually you'd make something like this with a pork sausage.
Okay.
And that would be very high in calories, higher in fat. I have this fresh, sweet Italian turkey sausage here that I got from Aldi. It cost less than $4 for 5 sausages, so it's less than $1 a piece. You may have seen me over here. I was cutting them up into little like medallions. That is to help them cook quicker, more surface area, less meat per bite. It also helps it stretch a little bit farther. Since it's just Leah and myself today for lunch, I just cut up 2 and put it in here. And so now I have 3 left over that I can make some maybe sausage and potato soup or other things.
That sounds good too.
Well, and that's another way that you can make your groceries go farther. You think of what can I make with one package? Like, can I make more than one recipe with this? one because I hear it all the time. People really don't love the idea of leftovers.
Right.
Gets us back to that conversation of what do I want to eat versus what should I be eating.
Right.
Because fast, cheap, and delicious does not have to be drudgery.
I think that's my cue that I need to do some stirring.
She's gonna take that out of the microwave, stir it up. The reason you'd want to stir it is to make sure that you're not getting a big glop of cornmeal on the bottom.
That does not sound terribly appetizing.
No, it really doesn't.
Well, and you mentioned that for less than $5 you get how many sausages too?
Less than $4 you get 5.
Oh, I got that a little backwards. So, you know, and a lot of people talk about how it's really hard to think about, you know, meal planning on a budget and having to grab that quick drive-through meal for like off the dollar menu, and you know, $5 gets you one meal, but really you're describing $5 for a pack of meals. That sounds like 2 meals if you think about this skillet and a soup. That's 2 whole meals.
I was so proud of this. I was really proud of this menu whenever it came together because it's going to be less than $1.20 per serving.
No
so
way.
yeah, so that is not even a burger and fry off the dollar menu.
That's
I just want to say, and it is better for you. And honestly, it's faster. We got 4 minutes left to go on our polenta.
I'd be sitting in the drive-thru still, I think.
No, I timed it once. I was getting a latte from Starbucks, and the length of time I was in line, I should have just gotten out of my car and gone in. But it's hard to think about the time savings whenever you are daunted by the amount of stuff that has to happen. This is going to be about 10 minutes of cooking time, but there was more time than that went into planning this meal. You and I had to sit down together and talk. What do we want to make? We made it basically a meal plan. And then what do we want? What do we need?
Right.
And then that kind of blossomed from there to set us up today where we are ready to go in a very short amount of time.
That's very true. And that really speaks to what we talk about in lifestyle and behavioral health too. It's about that dedicated time. A lot of our patients attend a class called 101, and they look at an example of dedicated time. When do I find time to work out? When do I find time to be at work and plan my snacks and things like that? And part of that is sitting down with your family and saying, what do you want to eat for dinner tomorrow? What are you craving? What are you hungry for? Maybe that does include plans for a restaurant, but that's a time you can kind of look ahead to the menu and things like that too.
Do you find you spend more money whenever you don't make a plan?
Oh yes, 100%. If I go hungry to the store, guaranteed double the amount.
Well, and not only that, I know that in our house, if I like make a plan or don't make a plan and then I don't follow my plan, it's like, oh honey, what do you want to eat? And it's like, pizza, Mexican, and now you're looking at like $12 a person.
Right.
If you're in a restaurant, or like maybe $20 total if you're like ordering in something.
Sure.
We just talked about you can eat it at home for less than $2 a person.
Totally.
My sausages are almost done, so I'm going to throw in a can of diced tomatoes with Italian seasonings in here. 35 cents.
That sounds very affordable.
It is. It really, really is. And yes, it is canned. I have a nice mix of canned and frozen today.
Yeah.
When we came up with the original idea for Italian sausage with peppers and onions, we were like, yeah, that sounds great. We can do that really fast. And I was like, whoa, hold on a second. Colored peppers are like $1.38 each.
And my dreams were crushed immediately.
I was like, no, for the cost of one pepper, we can make a whole meal. And so Leah had the great idea. She's like, well, I know I've seen the blends. And so it's true, $1.30, and there is way more than
when in doubt, go frozen.
Very affordable.
Yeah.
And still nutritious, because a lot of those products are picked at the height of freshness and processed right there in the field. And so you get a lot of good preservation of your nutrients.
Absolutely. A lot of times patients do talk to me in their initials about, I ask about food choices. Do you feel the foods that you're eating are healthy in general? I eat a lot of frozen vegetables. I eat a lot of canned vegetables. And I'm like, that's still veggies. That's still fruit and veg. You know, it really does count. You know, what would you say? Because I think we talked about this in our last episode, to be honest. But like, it really does. It's not inferior to fresh.
No, not at all. Frozen and canned vegetables are way healthier than no vegetables. Getting them on the plate is the point.
Yep.
And getting them on the plate in a way that you feel comfortable eating is the point.
Right.
I could tell people all day long, I really think that you should eat some zucchini noodles. I think that that would be a great way for you to get some vegetables in. And they look at me like, woman, you're crazy. I don't even know what a zucchini is, let alone how do I make a noodle out of it? What are you talking about? These are conversations I've actually had with people. Like, what do you mean? And so finding what you're familiar with and working from there to make those stepwise changes is like the point.
That was so fast. Like I didn't even. That sounds like. Oh my gosh, that sounds like. I just that came together so fast. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, let's get this plated up. It looks like my peppers and onions and sausages are all done too.
Let me get this little brine of pepper.
All right.
This goes along with your pretty food, Erin.
Hey, pretty food tastes better. All right. If you'll hand me a plate over there.
Sure. I'm gonna get both.
All right.
There you
So
go.
let's set this up. I'm gonna make my balanced plate, right?
Okay.
And so let's start with a serving of polenta here.
Good job with the
Just
measuring.
plop that down there. Takes up about a quarter of my plate. This is about 1 serving worth of starch. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna put my. I need both hands to do this one.
Sure, you can hand.
Here we go. So there's about 1 sausage worth. I want to make sure I get half my plate full of veggies.
Okay. Can be kind of tricky when they're mixed together. Huh?
And there you have it. All right, so it is a fast, easy, delicious meal that is also nutritious for $1.25 serving. All right. Let us know how it goes if you try this recipe. I look forward to hearing from you. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you have any questions about budget bites or otherwise, just let us know. Thanks, Facebook.